In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix a water dispenser that the hot area is not working. So if you have a water dispenser that the hot area only is not working, I'm going to show you what the problem is. It just has to do with a thermal sensor that you will just have to recalibrate and the problem is solved. So this is a seaway water dispenser and the hot water area is not working. So only the cold for now is working. So from this water dispenser we have the cold, warm and the hot, but this particular hot area is not working at all. So what I'm going to do is to show you what the problem is and how to correct the problem. It's just, most of the time it just has to do with the thermal sensor, okay, that controls when the dispenser switches off the hot water area and switches it on again. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to remove this this at the back of your water dispenser. So we have some set of screws that is holding it to the back of the dispenser. So I'm going to remove all the screws and we'll get inside the area where the sensor is. And while removing this, you have to be very careful so as not to break this. If you break this, you have to weld this back. So it's not something you can just fix back, you have to weld it back. Get another one and weld it back. So just be careful with the way you remove it. So I now have access to that area. So this is very, very fragile. You have to be very careful when working with this again. Okay, so this is very fragile. If it breaks, you have to re-weld it again, so be very, very careful while removing this. We are not removing it completely. What I want to do is just to remove the screws so that there will be enough space for me to get access to the thermal sensor, because actually the area we're working on is the thermal sensor and this is the thermal sensor. This is what it looks like, and the work of this thermal sensor, this is a thermal sensor. I've been able to lose it out. The work of this thermal sensor is to tell the dispenser when to switch off the hot water area so that it won't damage anything there. So I'm going to make sure now. I'll show you how to use a multimeter to be able to test for continuity. So you just get your probe and then set your probe to continuity, set your multimeter to continuity and test the two legs. You see the two legs on it. You can see that there's no continuity on this. You can see, so I've set my multimeter to continuity and I'm going to probe the two put my probe in the two, you see two legs there, two metal legs there. So I'm going to probe, and so far there's no continuity. Alright, so I'm going to test again. You can see it's not reading at all. There's no continuity between the two legs, which is bad. So what you're going to do when you have issues like this is to recalibrate it, because this sensor shuts itself off if it notices that there's any danger or unusual heat in the area, in the hot water area. It will just shut itself up, and then you have to recalibrate it again. Now you don't have to remove this sensor and bring it out completely. You can just get a tiny screwdriver, a long tiny screwdriver that can fit into this area. So you look for the middle of these two legs, and then you just use the screwdriver to just press it. So I've been able to press it now. I'm going to test for continuity, and then there's continuity between the two legs now. There is continuity between the two legs now. So I will recouple the sensors back because the problem is solved, and we'll see if it works. So I've coupled it back, and I'm going to test now. Plug it to my electricity, and then we'll see if the power comes back. You can see the hot water is back now. So the problem just has to do with the sensor, and once you recalibrate it, the problem is solved. Thanks for watching. I'll see you some other time.